I'm just gonna get started with you, brother. So what I like to do with backtesting is, since I already gathered like a shit ton of data like on my own stuff for this, like for live sessions and for recordings, I'm just gonna do randomized. So one wheel is years, one wheel is weeks, one wheel is months. I've seen Cam do this, so pretty sick. I don't know if you know Cam, but he's a beauty. Ew, don't give me 2022. Okay, 2024, fourth week, seventh month. Me too, bro. I like the mech model. The mech model hasn't really, actually the mech model is like the only thing that's been cooking right now, but I don't only trade mech model. All right, let's see. So right now, you swept this sell side. If you look on the daily, you swept this intermediate low on the daily with strong displacement up. We just inversed this 4 hour fair value gap. So we're disrespecting high time frame bearish PDAs. Take a look on ES. What are we doing? Still respecting it on ES, but I'm pretty confident to say that I'm bullish right now. Oh shit, I'm not sharing my screen. My bad, brother. What would I do without you, bro? How's that? Can you see that? Bet. Okay, so what I was saying was we just swept this daily sell side liquidity, strong displacement up. We just inversed this 4 hour bearish iFVG, or 4 hour bearish fair value gap. So this is bullish for me. If you look on ES, we're still holding it, but I mean, I'm still pretty confident that we're going to be bullish. We have these draws above. We have this unmitigated hourly. We have this stacked liquidity here. But we are delivering. This is technically a mitigated 4 hour fair value gap, but we are gunning. So, do we have session highs anywhere? We do not. Okay, we are just pumping previous day high. Alright, so if we look on the 15-minute, right now we're just looking for some sort of retracement if we are bullish. In this case we are, so you can mark out 50% of this range. This is the most discounted hourly. That's what I'd like. Opening up a 4 hour right there, but I don't think we're going to retrace that low. So typically any good reaction off of some sponsored sell side liquidity would be really nice. But I would really like even this little hourly here. So let's see how we do at market open. Massive dump. Oh, we probably have news. No news. Damn. That's a fucking Diddy candle right there, brother. Okay, strong rejection. We just mitigated that hourly for value gap. Let me get this out of there, my bad. Mitigated this little hourly. ES is lagging. Getting a good reaction off that hourly fair value gap. In this case, right after dumping, like we don't even have any iFVG whatsoever, so I'd like to establish a little bit more of structure before just looking for a long. Potentially, see how we react. We have no news, like I said. Inside of this 15-minute as well. I'll actually turn on the PO3 candle. Okay. We're getting strong displacement up. Did have a 2-minute there. This actually would have been clean. I don't know why I didn't even look at the 2-minute chart. We're also inside of a 3-minute, 4-minute as well. So in this case, I'm always looking for the highest time frame inversion, just like the mech model. That's what PB always preaches in that. So in this case, the highest time frame inversion of this little manipulation leg was a 4-minute. And as you can see, we're just pumping up, taking the internal highs. So do I really want to take this 4-minute? Probably not, because we've already took the internal high and ES is way far ahead. Again, this is really strong 15-minute PO3, proving even more bullish. We have more draws higher. These highs up here, but looks like we're getting a little bit of a reaction off of the 4 hour ITH. Did we hit that? We didn't hit it. Oh, it looks like we're generating some pretty good liquidity here, I won't lie. We do have an SMT there, but it won't hold. Let's see if we open up. Yeah. Just looking for some sort of cont here. New 15-minute candle opening up. We're just riding. Retrace into this 5, that's pretty cool. I like that, but the reason this isn't really that great is because we're mitigating this 4 hour bearish that we previously delivered from. So now, being inside of here is pretty low probability. So now we have two conflicting draws on liquidity below higher time frame. So right now, yeah, we just mitigated this, or we just inversed this 4 hour gap on ES. We're, still on the right track. We're inversing that as well. But right now we have an SMT with these levels, I think. No, we don't. But now we're inside of a 4 hour bearish fair value gap. So overall, I would have liked to leave this, catch along to this unmitigated hourly inside of the 4 hour. But in this case, like, would I trade this on live? Probably not, just because of the two conflicting draws. And now we're pumping pretty hard off of this 5. I'd say shorts would look pretty good here, but we have an SMT here as well. So this is a recipe for a red day. Okay, when you have two conflicting draws, we already hit the bullish draw on liquidity. Now the short would have been nice if we didn't, take 2 5-minute candles to do so. And in this case, taking it on ES wouldn't have been that bad. But I typically only look to execute on NQ. So in this case, we have an internal SMT with this level. I don't know. I don't really like this day, to be completely honest with you. We're just kind of ranging, delivering from bullish and bearish. I think I'm low-key just going to look through the rest of the day, but this is probably a solid fade, to be honest with you. We have unmitigated 5s everywhere. We do have an unmitigated hourly down here that we've mitigated on ES. Yeah, this is just recipe for failure because we have an SMT here as well with this unmitigated hourly, so we're delivering from like 7 high time frame DOL. So let's just skip to the next day, to be honest. We have now, okay, same kind of scenario. We've been ranging ever since yesterday, stuck in this range. Don't have any news today. On the 4 hour, still delivering from this 4 hour bullish. Not really gunning. We're also being held by this 4 hour bearish. This is, again, not a very high probability day by the look of it on the higher time frame. So, I don't know. Very neutral going into this day. We are getting good rejection out of this 4 hour. This tiny one here. Rejection. Big rejection on the upside as well. Bearish SMT. If we have... Oh, my bad. I might be more bearish than anything, to be honest. But again, very neutral. We don't really have anything too clear. We're respecting OTE of this dealing range pretty well. And ES is in... Is that the same range? No, it isn't. ES is way ahead right now. We have SMTs all over the board here. This looks really bearish, but still very neutral just because of shitty price action. So let's take a look. I like to treat backtesting not even as like practice, but just treat it like the real thing. Because like if you're backtesting and you're just taking everything, then you're not really gathering real data. You know what I mean? So you have to treat it how you would treat it on live because that's how you're gonna trade. So we get a little Judas at open. Little Judas. The lower time frame we have some good buy side, but overall nothing crazy. Delivering from this 15-minute, failing to really deliver anything. This is low-key low probability, like very low probability. We got a shit week so far. There's a little patty swing right here, but we don't really have any real manipulation. I'd like to see some manipulation up, potentially into a... Like when your 15-minute and your 5-minute chart looks like this, this is just pretty shit for right now. Again, we don't have news later. Maybe some sweep of this buy side liquidity up here to then, okay. Got that sweep. Now we have an SMT. And our highest time frame inversion is a 2-minute right there. Potential remanipulation. Absolutely. Okay, now we have true manipulation of this level. What is this level? So previous day high. Okay, so we have true manipulation with previous day high. Or with the high that swept previous day high inside of a 4-hour bearish for value gap. Sorry if I'm sounding kind of confusing, brother. If you have any questions or anything, like feel free to ask. You know, like you're the only guy in here. I know you're at the gym and shit, but... Okay, that's the reaction I want to see. This 30-second might not be that bad, to be honest. Good rejection. 15-minute PO3 is showing. I'd say a mech, but a mech wouldn't really pay. We have a good break even. This could just be manipulation because we did leave highs on NQ. We didn't even take out previous day high. But this 30-second doesn't look that bad. I might take it. We have a bearish SMT with previous day highs. Got true manipulation internally, meaning we both swept this high, that high. We have an unmitigated 5-minute below, which should take us, which we should hit if we were to go higher, so it's a pretty good break-even point. I think this isn't really a terrible short, to be honest with you. Low risk, well, moderate low risk. Again, it is backtesting, so we're collecting data, but we're also taking pretty solid trades. Low-key, the reason I don't like this that much is because we just inverse this 50-minute for value gap. Inside of this 30-minute, we do have a bearish SMT. I don't know if I fuck with this that much. But we have a solid break-even point. But I could potentially see us actually coming back up to manipulate previous day highs before going lower, and if that happens, we just catch a re-entry. So I'm just going to do a 1-to-1 on this one. Break even at our unmitigated 5-minute. How's ES looking? Break even there. Okay, let's see. We're on 1 minute, go 30 seconds. Okay, so let's break even there. ES, we have an SMT, so yeah, so there's a break even trade. That better not count as an L because of the fucking thing, but yeah, this is decent probability, but again, something that you should be backtesting just in case, which could work. But I could see us potentially getting some good remanipulation to catch another short, but 30-second iFVG, bearish SMT with previous day highs, true internal manipulation, great 50-minute rejection at the moment. 5-minute iFVG to go break even. Not a bad trade. Let's go back on the 1 minute. Ooh, fucking dumpy. Internal SMT, resweep, fuck you mean. Since we previously failed to deliver and we already have a mitigated 5-minute, the only short I would want to take is if we inverse this 5-minute, right? I don't want to take a 1 minute to then just go break even here, most likely get break even. It's just a high probability break even trade, so your risk, like, it's not really there. So you would have got break even if you did take that 1 minute. But I'd be open to taking this 5-minute short though. We get some good displacement. And we don't. At this point, we're like, look at our hourly chart. We're delivering bullish, right, from these hourlies, but maybe wait for this 15-minute iFVG to open up. I don't know. This 1 minute looks kind of good. We have a bullish SMT as well, but we're also fighting a bearish SMT on top. So it's really just low probability, in my opinion. Is this 1 minute nice? Not really. Just you got to think of probabilities, right? Even though the draw on liquidity, like, what is your DOL right now? Let's see. This is a massive 4-hour for value gap. Your draw on liquidity is nothing. And on ES, it's the same boat, you know, other than the fact that you're fighting bearish SMTs as well. So this is something that I don't really want to trade in, to be quite frank. Let's see how this 1 minute would have played out. You would have got stopped out, right? So we got real manipulation into our 15-minute for value gap, but again, this is just not something I want to take. Not something I want to trade in. But this does look much better for a long. But again, ES is just gunning. This is another shit day. One break-even trade. And can we go to the next day, please? There we go. Okay. End of yesterday, we basically just came up and dumped. We've been dumping ever since. So big daily candle down. We do have a new day opening gap up here. That is fucking massive. Just swept all the sell side. My 4 hour is bugging. I hate when it does this. It doesn't let me go on the 4 hour time frame. I know, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? Brutal. It's weak as shit. See, this is what I mean, bro. Every time I do a fucking backtesting video, like on my YouTube or like anything, it's like I get the worst fucking weeks. And then people are like, the fucking average Nelly would watch the video and go, oh, this guy takes no fucking trades. Well, like, bro, what do you expect? Like, I don't want to risk, even on backtesting with shitty price action, because I'm collecting data for my live. Like, I don't want to be, you know what I mean? They don't understand shit. Exactly, bro. Some people in my fucking TikTok comments and Instagram is just wild. I can't believe it. At first, I would actually reply. I was like, bro, like, what are you talking about? You have no idea what you're saying. And now I just kind of let it go. I'll just like their comment and go. But right now, yeah, bro. I have guys in my DMs fucking, why do you trade ICT? ICT's fucking stupid. It's like, maybe for you, but telling me how to trade. You know, it's like, bro, don't tell me what to do, you know? But today, what are we looking at? Big dump from yesterday, and today. 4 hour chart, we're just simply dumping. We're not even delivering from fair value gaps, but we are disrespecting bullish, obviously. We have, right now, a bullish SMT with this range low, but I doubt that's going to hold. Let's see. Don't really have any unmitigated 4 hours here. See, bro, I just don't like this. Like, this is something I would see on a day and just be like, okay, we have a bunch of 4 hour unmitigated gaps above. But, like, we'll just see how we open up, I guess. We have some low resistance liquidity up here to this. Equal highs on the 1 hour. See, you got to be reactionary as well. So obviously on our higher time frame, we're bearish. But you also got to think that we just swept this sell side liquidity, right? We just swept this. We also have a bullish SMT. Okay. To rebalance, if we were to go any lower, we probably have to mitigate some sort of high time frame fair value gap. So right now, we're inside of a 30-minute and a 15-minute. What I like to do in scenarios like this is, okay, look, we have 9:45 news. Hopefully get some good volatility, but I'm going to use these gaps as my conditions to see prices either higher or lower. So those two gaps are, okay, we're dumping. It's on the 30-minute time frame, by the way. Just wanna, might just skip to 9:45, and we're just dumping. Wow, very volatile PMI. Look at that. It's insane. I've actually never seen price move this good before. It's actually wild. So many good trades. Anyways. People genuinely trade this shit though. You know what I mean? They're like, look at this 1 minute short. Which actually would have played out, but straight barcode, bro. Do not trade in this shit ever. If you see that, just sit on your hands. Gunning for the sell side. Bro, it's like, are we dead ass? We have an unmitigated 5 above. That's all we're really doing. ES is just dumping. Bro, this is fucking brutal. Like, what a terrible fucking video. So, did ES sweep that yet? Obviously, right? Okay, good. Look, am I missing something crucial? Is there an insane DOL? I mean, there's this unmitigated 4 hour. We could potentially get a cont if we leave that. Manipulation into one of these. But it's really just sponsored by another 15-minute fair value gap. That's not really what I like. 15 sponsored by a 30. Let's low-key leave this liquidity. If we retrace into this 15-minute, I'll be open to taking a position. But this is really, really bad. Fuck me, bro. You took it. Like, what are you gonna take in this day? All we did was dump with basically no retracement and no. There is a little retracement here, but that was when we got the fucking 1 minute barcode of doom. Like, I hate this. That sucks. Oh well, on to the next fucking day, I guess. Right now, 0% win rate on this session. It better not count as an L because of that fucking break even. probably will because it hates me. So what are you like profitable? How long have you been trading, bro? Fuck no. That's alright, bro. How long have you been trading? Almost 3 months? Nice. So when you say that, do you mean you've been trading prop firms for almost 3 months, or you've been, like, since you've started learning? Nice, bro. 3 months. That's the holy grail of where it all begins, man. Like, I bet that's all you think about, huh? Did you start from the boot camp? Like TJR's boot camp? Fuck yeah, dude. I'm sure you used my code, right? No, I'm just playing. That's sick, bro. What firm are you with? That's crazy, bro. It's the way the world works. No, it's all good, bro. The code, like, I don't try to pump it out too much. I put it on my story just because, but you're in Lucid, bro. I love Lucid. They're the best firm right now, by far. I don't care what anybody says. I know I'm with Alpha and shit, but like, Lucid is. I'd be lying if I said they weren't the best firm. Best rules, best price, insane discount. The CEO is a beast. It's awesome, bro. Good shit, man. There's a lot of first funded. You're gonna learn a lot, bro. You're gonna learn a lot, good and bad. You know. Have you placed any trades on it yet, or is it fresh? To learn from this daily. The 15-minute we're arranging. TP hit on your first trade. That's what I like to hear, bro. Good shit. So do you only trade like the mech model, or do you like? Because the mech model is when you target unmitigated 5 and 15-minute fair value gaps. When you say mech model, do you just mean like PBs, like Blake? Like you trade iFVG's? Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Target 1-to-1. That's all these guys that are sitting here with fucking positions like this. Fucking 1 to 20 RR, and they're like, trade like me, trade like me. It's like, bro, you're winning once a week. You know what I mean? You're not gonna hit trades like this all the time. Targeting 1-to-1s is like the best thing I've done, not only for like my trading, but for my psychology as well. Yeah. Like anybody really banging trades like that on a daily basis is either a fucking market maker or Jesus. Like you literally can't. So back to the fucking back testing. Look at what we're doing on the 1 hour. Okay, this is just another sign of shitty price action. Like our wicks are massive and our bodies are tiny, so we're not even really making fair value gaps here on the hourly. The 30-minute, you can say the same. You know, there's a little bit wick here delivered from this 30-minute. This box is also a daily bullish fair value gap. Delivering from this 15-minute. Just see how we open up. I mean, you gotta be open-minded, right? How old are you, bro? 19. Nice. What made you want to start trading? Just seeing the LARPs on IG and you're like, fuck it, I need to get rich? Or do you like enjoy it a lot, or you know, you grew up liking it or something? Candles aren't skipping. You want to lock in? Perfect, bro. Trading is one of those things, man, that like before you start and when you see everybody else doing it, like you think it's impossible. You're like, fuck, this is literally rocket science. Like you cannot do this. And then you actually like attempt to learn it and watch a good video or, you know, learn some things. It's like, holy shit, this is a lot easier than I thought. And it just gives you so much motivation to just continue to be better every single day. Good. Oh yeah, one of your coworkers trade? Nice. Yeah, I got into it from just being sick of shit, you know? I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. Why not? I also like already got like a little bit of a taste of like self-made money. Like I had a window cleaning business a couple years ago. And so I always knew it was possible, and I always thought trading was like super interesting. But the last year I was like just shutting out, and I was like, fuck it, you know what, I'm gonna try this, and I've never looked back, bro. The greatest thing I've ever done. For sure. It's amazing. So we open lower. Okay, we have this hourly up there. Delivering from this 15-minute pretty good. No real like good manipulation other than that 15-minute. I don't know. This. Yeah. Do we have any news today? We had 8:30 news. Why wasn't I looking at that? Data low. Okay, cool. We are gunning for this data low for sure. Of course, there's no 2-minute. Honestly, this 1 minute wouldn't have been that bad, given the current circumstance. We also just fully mitigated that 15-minute. Got 1 hour, 5-minute manipulation. Fuck, I wish I knew that was a data low. We're definitely gunning to this. 100%. This would have been a really good trade. I might enter just because we're not that far down, but I really like this trade. 60 points. Just gonna go 3. Is that even a 1-to-1? It's not. That's still good with the body closure. Okay, we'll go break even at this internal low. How are we looking on ES? Ooh, we're holding this 1 minute on ES really hard. It's not a great sign, but it's a data low. Like we already got our manipulation. Oof, it almost break evened. Oh, I think that's a break even there. Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna pull it there now. But yeah, I hit full TP. So good trade. Break even rate of doom. I swear whenever I enter, price likes to just barcode, so that's really nice. Like look at this. You can't make this shit up. But this is a high probability setup, you know. Data lows and data highs are extremely clear draws on liquidity. So when we have a big wick down here like that, price will almost instantly try to rebalance that level before going in any direction. So you want to see data low. Data lows tend to get hit before 10 a.m. So you want to have that as your current draw on liquidity when market opens when we have something like that. So find yourself an entry to there and you will win most of the time, or you'll get break even rated, but your trade will be correct. Anyways, good solid trade. Let's see, would I have gotten break even if I went? Yeah, I would have. So we hit data low. Still open to seeing something here. We have a big SMT with it. I find SMTs with data lows, like if you don't get a good reaction off of it on the asset that swept it, then you're probably not gonna, yeah. So ES is for sure gunning for it. For sure, perfect. Now you could potentially look for longs here, because now we swept all the sell side liquidity. We're still inside of a daily bearish fair value gap. We're not really delivering from anything major on the higher time frame. We swept our sell side. Now let's look to build some structure. Potentially get a internal SMT. Will be nice, but it looks like we're just gonna dump for the rest of the day. Inside of this 5. Ooh. If we leave this one alone. Okay, so this is a pretty good long, but we also just fucking. Some would consider this a pattern trade because of everything. But if you look at the SIG and price, we just mitigated this even lower daily fair value gap. We have a is that where it is? Here. Friday 7th of January. Friday 7th of January. So we have a massive bullish SMT with this really external low, or June, not January. 5-minute iFVG, 15-minute unmitigated above as the break-even point. I like this long. I tend to use 5 minutes as my conditions anyways. And in this case, the 5-minute is telling us that we're going to be going higher. On ES, we're heavily displacing through both 5 minutes. But we haven't mitigated the 15, which is really good. This is a solid long opportunity here. How many points? 125 fucking points, jeez. Alright. What are we targeting? I guess we'll target this unmitigated one right there. we had the target on ES? Nothing much. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, so there's your break-even point. Inside of this 50 now, if we're going to be bullish, we should flush right through it. Right through it. ES is gunning for that shit. Don't have an SMT with that high yet. Shouldn't just leave it, but this is pretty promising. And there we go. So some would call this a pattern trade just because you're longing a bunch of bearishness. You know what I mean? There's a lot of bearish price action going on. But if you look at all the external factors, this is a good setup because we swept out of lows. We have a big external bullish SMT. We're inside of a bullish daily fair value gap, mitigating both of them. Unmitigated bearish fair value gaps above, and we also had a really clean break even. So this right here is probably something I would take on live, and shit's fucking solid. Banger trade. Spam W, spam W. No, I'm playing. Alright, so that'll be it for the day, obviously. For that day. Another thing that you should be doing, especially when you're just starting out, build a good habit of only taking one setup per day. So that doesn't mean one trade per day. So let's say that setup right there, hypothetically, let's say it went break even, right? And then I got a really good opportunity for a re-entry and our draw on liquidity is still intact. You could take a re-entry there, following your rules. That's personally my rules. If you have your own rules, that's perfect, but I recommend not taking any more than 2 trades per day. Starting out, building that good habit is really important because that's not really something I did when I first started out. 1 trade per day, that's really good. How did that first trade feel, man, when you hit TP? I remember I was fucking shaking my first one. Even though it was on an eval, I was shaking. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Nobody can take that from you now. So when did you see my, how did you see me? On Instagram? TikTok. Fire, bro. Honestly, I'm way more active on my Instagram than my TikTok. I should be equally as active, but just whenever I start thinking of videos, I'll post it on Instagram first. And I feel like it's just harder to post on your story on TikTok than it is Instagram. But right now, we have another data high above. No high time frame fair value gaps in this leg, but we did inverse this bearish one. We're currently inside of this bullish 1 hour fair value gap. I'd like to see the more discounted one get hit, to be honest. This current range. No. But we have data highs above, so that's our current DOL. No question. Hopefully we get a little 930 Judas, a little patty swing to the upside. Perfect, we got manipulation. We have all this LR below, but the current DOL and the current signature and price will probably leave it, to be honest. Fuck. So now the highest time frame inversion that's actually like realistic would be this 5 minute to the data highs. Fuck, ES is just straight gunning for that. Ooh. Okay. I kind of like this. Fuck, we're creating a 2 minute. Well, not fuck, but. Oof. I bet ES just swung. Nope. Okay, so we have this 2 minute iFVG here. Internal SMT. With data highs as the main target, we also have an unmitigated 5 minute above as our break even. Did ES already mitigate it? What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, we are way out of sync with ES. Oops. My bad, brother. So these are completely lagging right now. ES is way closer to our data highs than us. Is it low probability? Semi. Will I take it? Probably. Not, to be honest. I don't know. When it's so obvious like this, it's hard not to take it because we have the internal SMT, we have the highest time frame inversion, we got a really clean break-even point up here, strong rejection off of the last 5 minute. But a new 15-minute candle is opening, or it just opened. So, fuck it, let's take it, bro. Let's take it. We ride or die. Okay. The fam's just getting back, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up pretty quick. But I'll take this trade and then we'll call it. How many points is that? 55. Yeah, for sure. Just back test at the end of the day, right? We'll do that. Take it all the way up to datas. Or I'll probably just go for a 1-to-1 because ES is so far ahead. I'll take it to this. Yeah. I had a feeling that would happen just because of... Oh shit! It's literally a break-even trade. We mitigated the 5. I didn't go break even. I'm such a cornball. It's a break-even trade. That's the shitty part about backtesting. You know what I mean? That's something I would for sure go break even, like instantly. But you know what I mean? On paper, that shit's a loss. But Karai seen it, bruh. He's here. This is a break-even trade. I don't care what anybody says. The analytics are lying today. I don't care what the critics say. This is a fucking break-even trade. Oh, but dead ass though. Look at this. Hit my break-even. I didn't fucking... That's too bad. Anyways, so there's trading. Let's take a look at the analytics for the session. It says 50% win rate, but I honestly don't even know what the win rate is. We didn't lose a trade, did we? Other than that break-even L, I guess you can say. Reset it. I personally don't count break-evens as anything. I count it as 0. So we got 1 win and then another break-even trade. So this is a 100% win rate. Backtesting session.